Okay, so let's get started. It's a rainy day, so maybe might be the only exercise that we get today. We'll see. So let's do narrow squat and hip circles today. We'll start with that. And yeah, so if you were here Monday, I know some of you may have missed Monday, but we did just an overall conditioning class, which is good. We make sure that we try to get the full body working, some strength and some conditioning. Let's go one more here. And let's do some side lunges, one side and then the other. So I think one of my neighbors might be doing something in his condo. I hear some loud noises every now and then, so hopefully it won't be too disruptive. And let's see. Let's go another one each side. So just a nice stretch there. And let's go into that back lunge. And we're going to do the rotation. And if you are feeling stiff at all, just be aware of that. And you might start with small range. If we're rotating to the same as the front leg here. So try to keep your hips and your knees, ankles in line. We just rotate through the torso. Another one each side. Good to see everybody here. Today's format, let's go another one here. Let's do the hamstring scoops and follow the arms up. The format today, we're going to follow a 3-2-1 format. So what that means is we're going to do 3 strength moves, and then we're going to repeat them. We're going to do 2 cardio moves and repeat them, and 1 core. So 1 core, so 3 strength, 2 cardio, 1 core or ab exercise. Last one each side. Here's one, and here's the other. Excellent. Okay, good. We're going to do just feet a bit shoulder width apart. Let's do our side reaches, and then the other side. So the idea is we're going to be continuing to move throughout the class today. The recovery is the core, and in between each of the movements, you get a little bit of recovery, but the strength, once you finish with the strength and we do the conditioning, I'm gonna go one more each side. It just feels good to stretch here like this today. And last one, let's go into that squat with the reach up, starting small if you need. And here we go. So lots of different movements today. Going to keep you moving. I think we've also been doing a lot of that. I think in some ways the intensity has increased, but of course, if you're needing to modify anything, we do. And one more time, some of the feedback, and that's it for those. Last mobility. Let's do some arm circles. Some of the feedback from maybe not so much Monday's class, but last week. Wednesday and Friday, there was a lot of movement, nonstop, and a lot of, I think that was the one where I ran out of time. So it was poor planning on my part. I don't know what I was thinking, that we would get 3 rounds and 1 more here. That was a funny day because I thought, let's go into a jog. I really thought we would do 3 rounds, but we ended up squeezing in only 2. That was a really good, energetic day. So let's jog, we can march. It's about getting your body warmed up a little bit more after that mobility. And excellent. We'll do our jump jacks where we open and close. So some combination moves, some single upper body and lower body. Remember 3 strength moves that we're going to be doing. And then we repeat. So 4, 3, 2, and 1, back to the jog or the march. And in the next minute or so, you'll feel nice and warm and get ready to go. So you're marching if you need, if you're doing low impact, you're jogging, you're taking those knees high if you can, and another 3, 2, 1, jump jacks again. Low jack if you need. Excellent. So feeling nice and warm, and I'm going to track this workout. And let's go another 4, 3, 2 and 1. Keep your feet moving, shake out your arms, anything else that you might need to stretch or release, like maybe you're stiff through the neck, if you need a little quadricep stretch, those type of things, grab some water, and we will be ready to go. So 3 strength moves that we repeat. I'm not going to tell you how many rounds I think we'll get through or how many blocks of work. We'll just go with the flow, but we're going to start off with the forward lunge, and you're going to alternate your legs. So if you're not lunging, maybe you don't like lunges today, go ahead and do a squat. Okay, I know not everybody likes lunges. That's totally fine. It's a leg exercise. So if you're not feeling lunges, squats are perfectly good. And if you can, your forward alternating lunge. Drop your back knee and push back. So if that doesn't feel right for you, please modify. So this is a strength move. So you don't have to go fast. I want you to think about range of motion. And we're going to work the front of the thighs, trying to get low enough to work the glutes and core engaged, so nice and upright. Remember, you can always do squats if you prefer. And almost done with these. So another 2 each leg. So I'm going to move fairly quick from each exercise. If you need more recovery, don't worry, just take it. Last one. All right, good. I'm going to go into a side squat, shoulder press, side squat, shoulder press. So when you step it wide, it's a wide squat. When you shoulder press, your feet are together. Down and up. Okay. So I'm not going super fast because I want you to be aware of your form if needed. If you don't like the moving squat, you can do just a regular squat press. Excellent. Going here. Done. Squat and press. Core engaged. If you need to modify the shoulder press, one and then the other maybe. Excellent. And one more each leg. Great work. One more time. And excellent. Okay, so if you need lighter weights, go ahead and grab them. This is a single leg shoulder extension. So we pull back. It's not like a T. And if you can, you're lifting up that leg. So we're going to pull it back and then together. So right from the knees, pull it behind you and together. This same leg. We're not moving on this one. In the second round, you'll be on the other leg. Pull it back and back. So this is our first round. This is our third strength piece, and we're going to come back to the forward alternating lunge or the squats if you are not doing the lunge. If you can, that back foot is off the ground, or even a gentle tap of the toe. All the effort in the one leg. Now I want you to remember what leg is planted. When they do it the second round, it will be the other leg. And this is really working the muscle behind the shoulders. Through the back, you want to feel that squeeze between the shoulder blades. So another 2. And 1. And bring it back. And remember the transitions, fairly quick. Take as much time as you need. Forward alternating lunges or squats. Again, let's go. So we are in the second round. Then we will be doing our cardio. So cardio focused. Push back. Now, when we do the conditioning, I'm going to make sure that I'll remind you, it doesn't really matter if you're feeling like jogging or marching or jump jacks for every round. That's fine, but we'll try some different ones. Fixed. 2 conditioning that we'll be doing, 30 seconds each, and then repeat, so it'll be a 2-minute round. I'm going to go ahead and do 1 more each leg here. Drop the back knee, and 1 more. Excellent. So this is a side squat with the shoulder press. We're repeating these ones. Okay. So far, so good. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling like I'm nice and warm. And, you know, if you weren't warmed up after the warm-up, then you certainly are now. Oops. Push and lift. Okay, so each time, you know, this is a good combination here, but we're focused on that squat, and we're just moving a little bit each time. And choose a bit of your feet when you do those squats. Excellent. Squeeze your glutes up at the top. Push your knees apart and apart. Good. So I want you to remember what leg you did last time for that shoulder extension. And I'm going to lower my weight like I did last time. After 1 more each side now. Remember your pace. Maybe you're a little quicker or slower than I am. Last one. Excellent. Whew. Okay, now enough transition time. Remember, it's about moving, but if you need longer recovery, take it. I'm going to tip on this leg now. And from my balance, I'm going to pull it back and in. Okay, so toe down or lift it. Pull it behind. There. So when we're in that tip position, we want to be aware that, you know, we're keeping our core tight. There's no strain at all in the back. And if you're really struggling with your balance, just put that back toe down. Pull. So I like to think of this one, I go a little bit wider and then I pull almost together. My weights actually never touch. Oops, they don't never touch together but in the back, but I get them to pull towards my spine. We'll go 4, 3, 2, 1 more time. Hopefully you feel that and release. Okay, so prepare yourself for a 2-minute round of cardio. So we'll keep it straightforward. We're going to do jog on the spot, and then we can try the little squat. When we do the squat jump, maybe you want to start with calf raises on the first round. So if you're not feeling jump, okay? So jogging on the spot. So each movement 30 seconds and then repeat. So it's a total of 2 minutes, starting jogging now. So jogging or marching. So if you're feeling like this is a lighter workout for you today, just move your body. It doesn't matter if you want a little bit higher impact, you're going to pull those knees high. Now the drop squat will be coming up the first round, and I want you to be just nice and easy for at the beginning with the jumping. Make sure the calves are warmed up enough. And 3, 2, 1, let's go. So if you're not jumping, calf raise. 30 seconds, first round. Okay. I also want you to remember that, 2 minutes is a good sort of threshold to work pretty hard, and we'll have some recovery coming up. Now, second round of jogging or high knee run, marching in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Jog or march. This is really going to get that heart rate elevated. And if you need, you're just moving your body, okay? A bit high if you can. This is, we're in our last minute of this conditioning. And we'll pump it high And 4, 3, 2, 1, and 30 seconds. Go. So if you need calf raise and breathe, heart rate will definitely be elevated when we get to that 2-minute mark, right? And you can hear me breathing heavy. And you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and keep your feet moving. I want you to recover a little bit on this before you take it to the floor. And it's a 1-minute conditioning or 1-minute cardio. I mean, you know what I mean? We already did that. I mean, core. So come down to the floor when you are ready. I know I want to make sure that you've cooled down just enough. It's a minute plank. So maybe you want to join me on your hands first for a high plank and then a low plank. So I'm going to start here for 30 and then on my forearms for 30. So get ready. And 1 minute in total. If you're on your high plank, your shoulders are down, lock it in, pulling the abs in. Maybe you're on your forearms for the whole time, maybe you're on your knees. Just engage those abdominal muscles. Keep going here. And if you want to join me on the forearms in 3, 2, 1. Last round 30 seconds. So if you're okay, here on your toes, make sure you're lengthening your body, press your heels away, look past your hands, let's lock it in. Breathe. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and just relax, make sure you're safe with your back, push it back, and I want you to just take your time getting up, and take this time to grab some water if you need. Hopefully you feel okay. And now after that conditioning to the floor, if you feel like you are dizzy at all, please be aware of that and maybe you just take your time. Okay, so grab some water. Looks good, everybody. Okay, so once you grab some water, we're moving on to our second block. I'm going to bring this up a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to start off with legs again on this one. You're going to do a back lunge with a sort of a diagonal, sort of a wood chop. So what we're going to do in this one, we're going to choose one leg. So I'm going to go this leg back, and I'm going to bring this across to the same as my front leg. So I want to be aware that I'm not twisting. I come up, back lunge, same side, and up. So maybe you start small. Maybe it's from the shoulder to the hip. Okay. Maybe it's a short stride. And if you can, you want to be aware of is that you don't want to be twisting through the knee. It's the torso. And you're keeping your core tight across the body. Okay, you're going to feel a little bit more on the side glute. So we don't want to open it up here, right? Stay centered. All on the same leg. Excellent. So all on the same leg. Let's go another 4, 3. One more time. Excellent. Okay, so still the same leg planted. Grab your other weight. We're going to tip it over. We're going to go underhand grip. And this is a crouch, but all the effort still on the one leg. And this is a bicep row or a underhand grip row. So we feel the squeeze between the shoulder blades, but all the effort, can you try to keep it on the one leg? Just like a little kickstand here. Okay. And all on the same leg. And squeeze. Great work. Keep it going here. So this is the second exercise. We're going to go a third one, then we'll repeat, but everything will be on the other leg. So just remember what leg is planted still. Let's go another 4, 3, squeezed, 2, 1 more here, and release. Okay, so this same leg stays planted. Can you do a side lunge, side raise, both arms, side raise. So if you need to lower your weight, make sure you do side lunge and side raise. So the same leg that was planted, it's still planted here. Okay, so side and up, good. Side lunge. Now, sometimes you may find that you don't need to put your foot all the way down. So maybe it's a little tap and the side raise, side lunge, side raise. Careful you're not tipping too much on this one. We want to stay up. Okay, we don't want to be looking down. It puts unnecessary strain on the back. You're in control here. All right, see, we're still moving, continuing to go. And another 2 this side. Find your pace. Great work. One more time. Release. Well done. All right, big shoulder roll. So I need one weight. Again, now this time on my other leg is planted. And on this one, I'm going to go here. So the other time I did the other leg, I'm going to step back, lunge, cross, and up. I can do this quite small. So short stride might be where you need to go. Or a nice long step back and across. I don't want to go fast, too fast on this because I want to keep that alignment. And good. So across the body, there's a lot going on here, so you want to keep the shoulders back. Take your time. If you have any injuries you need to be aware of, shorten range. Maybe you're not doing a lunge, maybe you're doing a squat with the wood chop. Side glute. Keep the hips facing the front. Good. Okay, a couple more. 2 more now. 1 more. Okay, so this leg is still planted. Grab your other weight. We crouch. Take your time if you need a little longer recovery. Palms are up. And pull. Feel the nice big squeeze between the shoulder blades. Okay, so it's like a bicep grip, but it is mostly a back exercise. But since this grip, you might feel a little bit in your biceps, maybe a little bit in your forearms, but let's really concentrate on the squeeze between the shoulder blades here. Shoulder blades right here. Looks good. I hope you're feeling all right. Keep a nice neutral neck. Sometimes I can tell that some people roll forward. So you look just slightly in front. 4, 3, excellent. 2, 1 more time. And now, this leg stays planted. Side lunge. Take your time. If you need a little recovery or lower the weight, to make sure you take the time. Otherwise, we keep moving. Side. Good. Side and lift. Good. My cat's not here for entertainment today. He's out here earlier. Maybe he'll still join us. And make sure you're not going too high in the side raise. Let's go another couple. Two more now. Well done. Last one. Okay, oh, that feels good. So on this one, we're going to go ahead and do the jump jacks that we did in the warm-up. So this is the conditioning, is 2 minutes. So the first exercise is the out and in. And the second exercise, we're gonna do our up and overs. Okay, so let's remember, you can always modify those. Let's do the jump jacks first. Ready? And let's go. You can start off easy, right? If you're not feeling it today, just do your low impact. And if you're okay or engaged, tap it. Okay, so 2 cardio movements. This is the first one. Okay. And the up and overs are the second movement in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up and over, up and over. So remember, if you feel like you need to do less impact, you can continue to move your body and just take out that jump. Maybe jump jacks or jogging on the spot or marching is your choice today. You know, your best choice to move your body. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump jacks if you can. Let's go. And low jack. All right, this looks good, everybody. Come on. Remember your workout. So if you need a little less, if you need a little bit more, maybe you can pick up your pace and keep going here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and overs, last round. After this, breathe. After this, we will get into our recovery, our active recovery. And over, up and over. And just about there. So I'll give you a chance to recover before we hit the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1, and keep moving here. Okay, 2 minutes. This is awesome. Take your recovery here. So bring your heart rate down a little bit if you need it. Come down to the floor when you feel ready. Okay, and I want you to listen to your body here. If you need a little longer time to recover, take your time. All right, now this is for a minute, but we're gonna do 2 oblique exercises. So first one, we're gonna do our cross crawl. Second movement, if you can, we're gonna try the full crunch. And then we reach to the outside of the foot. We try to reach to the outside of the foot, come back down, and then the other side. So try that, okay? If it's too much, then you can just bend your knees. But let's start this one first. So as you get into this movement, think abdominal muscles. If it's too much strain on your neck, then maybe you're just doing a regular crunch. You can do dead bugs. Just, it's abdominal work. Elbows wide and twist, twist, full extension if you prefer. And we're going to try those full crunch with that reach. In 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's see how this works for you. So full crunch and reach across, come back down, other side, up. So maybe you need a little assistance with your hands, and just try to get that twist. Twist and down. I'm straightening the back, this is abdominal work. One more time. And relax. Okay, I want you to slowly take it up onto your feet. Roll it up. If you know yourself and you need a little longer time, go for it. Take your time. And excellent. Good. Okay, up onto your feet. Grab some water here if you need it. And I think we should all take it. Hope you're doing well so far. And grab some water. And we will carry on. All right. 3 strength moves. We're going to start off with a squat with a bicep curl. So when we do this one, I'll get you to go palms in first when you do the squat. And when you stand, you're going to twist, curl it, and then back down by your sides. Okay, so this can be just a little squat or a bigger squat. Just be aware that make sure you're standing tall before you go into the curl. Okay, so sometimes, this is what can easily happen. It's not a swinging motion. So squat first, bicep curl second. And so watch, we're trying to push the knees out. You don't want to be tipping. Focus on a nice solid squat. Okay, hopefully you feel this. Excellent. And so squat and bicep curl. Okay. Done so far. So we're going to go. And we've got, this is the first one of the 3 strength. Let's go 2 more. And 1 more time. So just a heads up on this one, you can do a sort of a walkout to push up, not this exercise, but the second one. So if you want to be mindful of that, I'll show you. Both feet planted, tricep kickbacks. So when on the third one, if you're comfortable, it's going to be a walkout to a narrow push-up if you can, or a regular push-up. If you don't like the walkouts, you can stay and do the push-ups or stay and do chest press. Just make sure that you're choosing an option that feels good for you. Sometimes the walkouts can be hard on the shoulders or wrists maybe. Let's go 5, 4, 2, and 1. Okay, so I'm going to show you this one. When I do this, I'm going to try to keep my hands nice and narrow. So the narrow push-up is much more tricep, but you'll see that I can do a couple on my toes, and then sometimes I'll drop on my knees, but I'm going to go walk it out. I need to go nice and close first. I don't want to be bringing my hands out, so I squat and start with my hands close to my body. I'm going to walk it out. I'm going to keep my hands close. I'm going to go into a nice and narrow tricep push-up. Take my feet wide again, walk it back up. So that's one option. You can stay and do the push-ups, or you can do chest press. So let's see how you can do. I don't even actually need to I can keep my feet wide if I want to, and tricep push. Then that way they stay wide. And okay, so if you can, those elbows staying close, much more tricep focused, so narrow push-up. If you need to, you're on your knees, or you're doing chest press. Okay, this is a lot of up and down, so if you feel like it's too much for you, maybe you don't like the up down, just stay and do that one movement. Looks great. So if you need to be on your knees even, it's still a great exercise. Push, core tight. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more. So whatever pace you're on here, 1 more time. Great. This is my last one. Breathe. Back to squat and bicep curl with enough transition time. Okay, I hope you feel all right with that. If the wrists bother you, maybe next time you choose a different option. Now, we are back to the squat with the bicep curl. So I don't get a lot of feedback while we're doing the class, of course, because you're muted. So, but I'm watching all your body language, and it looks good. You're still hanging in there. So I'm going to assume that you're doing all right, and you're happy to modify if needed. If you like that extra challenge, you are taking that upon yourself to make it more difficult by going maybe lower or speed, but never sacrifice form for speed, of course, or weight. And after this one, we'll be back to our tricep kickbacks. So I have to, this is a good memory lesson for me too. When I do 3 exercises, I have to remember what we do all the time. Okay, let's go 2 more. And 1 more time. Okay, hopefully that feels all right. The both feet are planted again. Just make sure you're engaging your core as you tip. We're not rolled forward. We stay lifted elbows are the hinge, pull it back. Now, it's this one and then those walkouts or push-ups, tricep push-ups, chest press, and excellent. So this is this class today with the format, it's like everything, right? With the extra strength, not just 2 exercises, but the 3, and then the longer time of the conditioning. Let's go another 4, 3, 2, 1 more time. Yes. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my walkouts again. That felt okay for me, but remember, if you don't like to walk up and down, stay. Do chest push-ups or tricep push-ups, or if you're on your back and you're doing with your weights chest press. So let's try this out. Anybody wants a different challenge on the walkout. Do you want to try 1 foot? Maybe. I'm going to show you just in case you want to do this. So 1 foot is, you're on 1 foot and you walk it out here. If the push-up felt easy, maybe now you're on 1 foot, right? Or push, maybe, and then walk it back out. Anybody want to take that option and try it again? As long as you feel okay. Even on the 1 foot, way up. That is a bit of a challenge. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 more of these. Knees or toes on the push. Nice and narrow or a little wider. And good work. This is challenging. And last one. And all right, reset for a second. So this next movement, we're doing our conditioning, right? So I want you to take it up onto your feet, shake out your arms, and we're going to go ahead and do, the skaters the first round, and then we're going to do a speed run. But if you can on the speed run, when we get to it, it's going to be like light on the feet or in and out. It can be a ladder run, and we'll try some switches, switch, switch, and switch, and then back. So when we get to it, I'll show you, but we're going to start off with skaters. So it's ready and go. So 30 seconds here. When we do those speed runs, you may like to just do it all facing the front, but we can try the switch, and then that way it's just it's a nice, like, a little bit more agility and speed. So the skaters can be low impact. Remember, this is your workout. So this is our first round. And remember, it's 2 minutes in total, 30 seconds of each of the 2 movements. 3, 2, and 1. So fast feet. So this can be a fast feet here. It can be out and in. When I say switch, can you turn to the side and go in and out? When I say switch again, to the front. Okay, it can be out and in, low impact. It can be like this, and switch, go, turn. And turn again, and back to skaters, ready, set, and go. All right, there. Okay, so when we do those, it's the same movement, but as we turn, we have to quickly turn. It just becomes a little bit more, athletic, agility, low impact if you need. And 3, 2, 1, fast feet facing the front. Go. Fast feet or ladder run and switch, turn. So, and turn again to the front and turn to the other side if you can. Back to the front and switch again. Out and in, light on the feet, switch to the front and turn again. Now, out and in, 3, 2, and 1, and continue to move your feet. So you might feel that in your calves a lot. You're on the balls of the feet. So let's continue to move. We'll make sure we stretch those out and grab some water. Just to grab a little sip of water, and then we'll do our core. Hopefully you feel all right with that. Grab a weight. We're going to do the dead bugs on this one. So we'll start off with the dead bugs with or without a weight. And then we're going to do the that twist with the with or without the weight. Okay, so let's take it down here. And up, and just do one leg at a time, even just for a couple of them, because if you want to, you can go into both legs, but otherwise you stay. Now, let's go here, out and in. As you extend, keep the low back pressed into the floor. We don't want to be arching, so that's those lower abdominal muscles, that pelvic tilt to keep it all engaged. So here, and let's go another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it up to seated with or without the weight, and you're going side to side. Great. Side to side. And when you do this one, if it bothers your back, maybe you get rid of the weight. Maybe you adjust where, maybe you need to come up a little bit. Feet lifted, maybe, with or without the weight. And 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Okay, up onto your feet. We have time for one short set. So up onto your feet, and we're going to do our last bit of work. I want to do a little bit more legs, and I want to do a little bit more through the back. So we did, we did the bent over rows, we did the shoulder extension. So we're going to add a wide row and a fly, and that'll be one movement. So first thing, grab your lighter weights, and on this one, you're going to keep moving on this one. So we're going to crouch forward. So it depends on the weight you have. Maybe you need to change this up a little bit. We're going to go crouch, wide, back, fly, push back. So the wide row, you probably can go heavier than sitting switch. So this might feel easy, but then the weight should be really set for that one. Okay, you don't want to get too heavy on it. So it's a crouch, wide row, back to the front of the knees, turn the palms in, so like a capital T, push back. Crouch, wide, and fly, push back. So when you do this movement, you want to make sure your core is tight and set, and you don't want to be straining the back. Wide row, set, fly, push it back. Crouch, wide, row, reverse fly. Let's go one more each side. And 8, one more time. And wide row, fly. Okay, so maybe you're all right with a heavier set of weights, you're going to do the triple squat. I get an itchy nose. All right, so triple squat. So you're choosing the width of your feet, you're choosing where you're holding the weights, and let's stay on the bottom for 3. 1, 2, and 3, and lift. Okay, so just leg focused. Push the knees out, 2 and 3, and up. Good. And 3, and lift. So our time is will be coming to an end soon. But since we did the row and the fly, that even though it's technically one exercise, it's 2, so we'll come back to that. Now can you get nice and low, shoulders back. 2 and 3. Can do this 2 more times. And I'm going to lower my weight again when I do those alternating crouch. Good. So alternating crouch, wide row, reverse fly. So again, it all depends on how you work, how this feels. Maybe you can manage a little bit heavier, but you must be careful with those flies. So if you're using the same weight, and you want to go a little bit heavier, maybe you can just bend your elbows and do like a slight bend in the elbows when you do the fly. Okay, so maybe it's more like that. I don't want you to strain. I have my 3, so I can still get a nice good range on this. I mean, I know that I really have to concentrate on the squeeze to get much out of this wide row, but I feel it on this. Okay, almost done. Wide and fly. 1 more each leg. Triple bottom squat for the last time. Good work. Okay, so if you want to adjust your weight, go ahead. Ooh, all right, hope you're doing okay. Good to see everybody moving and still hanging in there. Let's go. I'm racking my brain on what conditioning move I should get you to do today for the last round. And I see at least one of you wants to do burpees. So I'm going to give you the option to do the burpee. And if you're not comfortable with that, then I'll give you your option. And squeeze. Do another 2 of these. 1 more time. 2 and 3 and release. Okay, so this is what we're going to do on this one. So the first round, if you are feeling up to it, we're going to do either a jumping lunge or the stepping back. So with the jumping lunges, we can do sort of a hop back or stepping back, and it's just a quicker pace. So let's start with that, and then the second round or the second movement, either burpee or I'll show you the options. So if you're comfortable, okay, the jumping lunge or stepping back. This is our last 2 minutes of conditioning. So I want you to find the energy, do what you can, do what feels right for you. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Burpee is the option. I don't need to show you that, but if you want, you're doing a drop squat. Okay, that's the other option instead. Burpees if you can. Step it, jump it, pull, okay, or the drop squat. So I'll let you decide. It can be a low impact burpee as well. Heart rate is up. 5 seconds. Back to the lunges or the stepping back. 3, 2, 1, and go. Here. Or full on. Now, if neither one of those options feels good, Jump squats are a perfectly good option. Maybe lunges aren't for you. I can appreciate that. 10 seconds. Keep it going. And 3, 2, 1. Burpees if you can, low impact if you need. Ready? Let's go. 30 seconds to the end. Core and recovery. We are so close to the end. If you can push yourselves, last 10 seconds. This is it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 2 minutes. Release. Keep moving your feet. Do not stop moving. Keep it going here. Let's hope you're breathing heavy like I am. We're in our last few minutes of the class. So I want you to take your time. We're gonna do one more core exercise and then we're stretching. So when you're ready, side plank. When you're feeling ready, maybe have a sip of water. You're gonna go into a side plank on your forearm, sort of on your elbow. And we're gonna do a twist on this one. So it looks like this. I'm gonna keep my bottom knee down, but feel free to stack both feet. And then from here, I'm gonna just twist it up. Okay, pull your core in and let's go. Take your time, feel that twist, bottom glute and obliques. 3 more on the side. 2, 1 more. And let's switch sides. Okay, this is it. Then we're in our cool down. So set yourself up again. Bottom hip is lifted. And reach under. Good work, everybody. So good to know that we're in our last exercise. Then it's recovery. Bottom glute. Feel that twist. 2 more now on the side. And we'll right into recovery. 1 more. And release. Okay, take it onto your back. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And just relax here for a second. I want you to extend one leg. Okay, hopefully that feels okay on your back. Take the one knee that's bent, take it across your body. And you feel that along your glute, the side of your hip. And before you switch sides, come back onto your back, cross this leg over. And I want you to just gently push out on the inside of the knee. And just make sure the hip stays stable. You might feel that release in the front of the hip. Front and then the side. And then let's go ahead and switch. Hug the other knee in. Here. Bring it across the body. Nice stretch. Never forcing, but a nice stretch. And then here, press it. Ankle over the knee there. And just gently push out. Release the front of the hip. And now from here, let's roll it up to seated. And then I want you to take it up onto your feet if you can manage without putting your hands down. Just go ahead. If you need, put your hand down to get up. Otherwise, shift your weight. Okay, as long as it feels okay, up onto your feet. Let's do a rotation. We'll do our quadricep stretch. And then if anything else needs to be stretched, so here, actually we'll do this one and then step behind, and this nice side bend, reach over, you can feel that down the side of the leg and your hip. then switch. Such good work today. You enjoyed that format of the class today. Always some variation of the similar movements. And push. Sometimes we focus more on the strength. Sometimes like the 2 minutes cardio is a nice option if you're looking for that more of that conditioning workout. Shake out your arms. Let's reach up. Hands behind your ears. And then shake it out. Let's do that one more time. Reach up. Hands behind your ears. Open. And release. And you can do a bicep stretch. The thumbs come down. We did the one bicep exercise. And a little bit of triceps. And I did record today's class, so I will have that available for any of you who need it as a backup one day. I just like to build my library up of those classes. Shake it out. So well done, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and mute you and press the stop. I'll do the stop recording first. Well done.